Are you happy in your business? Now, I have had my share of emotional ups and downs in my 20 years of being a solo entrepreneur coach, and the patterns I've seen in myself and in my clients is that those downs are usually when I was personally feeling unfulfilled. Sometimes it was because a launch that flopped, and sometimes it was just life and had nothing to do with business. But those ups, oh boy, those are the times when I was feeling my most authentic and completely aligned to my purpose, or when I just felt like I was rocking that work-life balance. I would be thinking I could do this all day long and never feel tired. One of my loves is sharing what works for me and what has been working for my clients to achieve this very feeling, full of passion, happiness, peace, and freedom. So I decided to create a private podcast for coaches. Maybe you just want to develop better communication skills that boosts engagement, leads to better results, and makes you feel like you're actually making a difference in the lives of the people you serve. Then you're invited too. We talk about this and more in the UBU private podcast for coaches. Whether you're a mentor, a parent, or run a client-focused business, coaching skills benefit everyone and anyone who wants to communicate in a way that builds relationships. Fall in love with your life and business again. Click the link in the show notes for your invitation to join us right now. Then come back and enjoy this episode. We need those things for inspiration. We need them for perspective because they give us clues in our own self-examination of figuring out who we are. We get so caught up in what we do that sometimes we forget how to be. It's time to stop comparing yourself to others and plug in to what is uniquely you. Welcome to Unbox Your Personality, the podcast for coaches, parents, and mentors like you who understand that your happiness makes you more effective at what you do, bringing out the best in others. I'm Jen Higgins, personality strategist and Enneagram fluff remover. Get laser focused on who you are and who you aren't, so you're free to make the impact you were born to make. And have fun doing it. Your personality is your business, so let's get down to business. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk about business. I feel like I'm pretty transparent about my business and life in general, actually. Both about how I'm rocking it, but also about when I've got hiccups and I've made mistakes and how I've overcome those. But what I've realized as a type 7 is that even though I share those dead ends, those rabbit trails, the spaghetti flinging, I tend to just share the happy endings. I don't always share when I'm in the thick of things. And I don't do this consciously, and I don't think this is exclusive to type 7s, of course, but I can only speak from my own point of view. But true vulnerability can be a struggle for any type. Although I do think that type 7s might struggle realizing when we are in the thick of things until it's kind of too late. Like when I'm stuck in, maybe I'm having a panic attack because I'm uncertain about something or disappointed because something didn't turn out the way I was expecting it. And when I'm in those thick of things, or even when I'm still trying to figure out what my silver lining is, I don't really want to bring other people down. And I convince myself that people have their own struggles. Why burden them with mine? And while I want to say, get over it, Jen, just go ask for help, go get support, go find a shoulder to cry on. Not everyone is aware enough or mature enough or healthy enough yet to simply just do what you're supposed to do. Or maybe it's circumstances. Circumstances are dictating what you can or cannot do, like a lockdown. But this is why I came up with my CORE framework. And it didn't start off as this fun acronym of C.O.R.E. That actually just hit me last fall when I was writing my first online course. But I've been using the basis of the framework for years in my personal life. As you know, I'm a first-generation immigrant. I am a mom with children with special needs. We are a mixed-race family. I've just had to develop a way to feel like I belong without compromising who I am at my core. And part of that was, first of all, figuring out who am I at my core. So what does this have to do with business? Well, when you're in a position where the success of your business, or maybe it's an organization or a program, if that success depends on how many people are paying attention to you, it can be really easy to become a people pleaser. It can be really tempting to watch other successful leaders and entrepreneurs do their thing and then want to emulate them. You might even catch yourself kind of dumbfounded, like, I've done the exact same things. Why am I flopping and other people are successful? And the reason is because they, pretty sure that's correct grammar. They are they and you are you. And sometimes we can get caught up in our goals or our vision or our finances and look outside of ourselves for these kinds of answers. Now, I'm not saying don't do your research, or I'm not saying don't buy that course or put down that self-help book. None of that, because we do need those things. We need those things for inspiration. We need them for perspective because they give us clues in our own self-examination of figuring out who we are. We get so caught up in what we do that sometimes we forget how to be. So this week I started a new series called Get to Your Core. And I kind of started this on a whim because I'm constantly getting these deep thoughts and these ideas, these aha moments that come to me, and I forget to share them. And I think it would be really helpful because what good is a handy acronym to help me get back to myself? What good is having that handy acronym if you don't actually know how to use it? So I can tell you about this framework all day long, but if I don't help you use it, how is it going to help you? So first of all, it takes practice. So what I've done is I've put together this motivational poster, and you can get it on my website. I'll drop the link in the show notes, but of course you can access all of my free stuff on my links page at powercoachjen.com. And the motivational poster basically gives you the core framework so you don't have to memorize it. And you can download that poster, hang it on your fridge, hang it next to your vision board, laminate it, and tape it on the inside of your shower, wherever you think you're going to see it every day. So it can remind you to take a minute to do your core exercises. And what I mean by that is each week what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sharing some core exercises, not the crunches kind, not those kind of core exercises, but these will be ways that either I have personally used the core framework to catch myself and get back to myself, or maybe it's a story from a client or one of my family members. They're just used to me talking about them now. I guess that's just their lot in life, that they're going to have to endure that. But I'm going to be sharing these core exercises every week for us to do together, because nobody's perfect. Nobody can practice self-awareness 24 hours 7. We're all human. But with practice, you find it easier and easier to do, to get back to yourself. It's like muscle memory. If you fall off the wagon, you can come back and the road doesn't feel as long as you've been practicing and strengthening that muscle. So those are going to be delivered into your inbox, or you can catch snippets of it on Instagram if you're following me at PowerCoachJen. But I don't want you to miss out on any attachments that I send. I am on a whim kind of person. So when I think about worksheets or posters that I think are going to help you if you're a visual person or if you like to work things out, I'm going to share those in this series. So when you go download the poster, you'll have an opportunity to subscribe to that. So just click the link, subscribe to that series. If it's not for you, that's okay. You can always unsubscribe. But I just felt like I talk about the CORE framework, but never really have time to really get into it and show you how it's done. And what that means for your business is that when you're able to figure out who you are and you insert that into your business, it doesn't matter what you sell or how you serve. You're going to attract the people that are going to be compatible with you and your vision, which is what's going to make your business soar. I don't know if that makes any sense right now. All I know is that that's how it's worked for me. That's how it's working for the people that I work with. And that's what I want for you. I don't want you to spend any more time trying to copy someone else and compare yourself to other people and think that you're not enough, because you are. So in this Get to Your Core series, I'm going to help you unbox yourself so you can unleash your power. Yeah! Thank you for listening, subscribing, and reviewing the Unbox Your Personality podcast. To learn more about yourself, go to powercoachjen.com. Find out how you are different so you can make your difference.